Yo, 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 what's up, Sooner fans? This is your host from the Prairie to the Pros, and now his mama's crib, Jeremiah Hall, formerly number 27 on the field. Hopefully I get back on, but still number one in your hearts. Here with me today, you know who it is, my right-hand man, voted team captain, number 9 on the field, our leader, Sooner Nation's the one and only, the Brayden Weight Room Willie Willis. And this is the podcast on the prairie. Ooh, that felt good. Brayden.
Man, it just gets better and better every week.
Bro, every week is a new week. As a matter of fact, I have a confession.
Let me hear it.
I got a confession, bro.
Let me hear it.
It's about last week and our last episode.
Okay.
I got to tell you something. So I wasn't prepared for that podcast. I wasn't locked in for the podcast. My mind was somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
In Sooner Nation, I appreciate the love. I appreciate all the messages I got. You know, life goes on, and I'll be good. So I figured this week I should add a little bit more enthusiasm. So I went and got my old jersey, I got my shades, I got my sleeve. Boy, I even got the cap. Like I'm
You
about
got
to
the cap on.
Yes, sir.
Sunglasses on, looking like Mr. OU.
Hey, yeah.
Even got the sleeve on, yeah.
Yeah. Alex used that as a thumbnail. So I'm ready to go this week. I got my talking points down. I'm ready to go, man. Nobody's going to beat me. I may not be on the field, but you're not going to beat me in this podcast industry. I'll tell you that.
You're going to win the week?
Yes, sir.
Win the week?
Yes, sir.
I like it.
Yes, sir. Before we get into the podcast, we have a message for you from our presenting sponsor, Plainview Legal Group. If you are a loved one or contacted by the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority about acquiring your land to build a turnpike, please know you have rights.
Sooner Nation, not only do you have rights, but you have Plainview Legal Group on your side. They will fight tirelessly to protect what you value most. At Plainview Legal, your property is their priority.
Haley and Travis Dennis own Plainview Legal and are diehard Sooners. They have 5 degrees between them from OU, love Sooner football, and are a part of our podcast community as listeners.
When your property rights are in jeopardy, it's imperative to team up with the experienced property attorneys who will have your back. Think of Plainview Legal as an offensive line. They'll help you secure a pocket for you and deal with your property issues so that you can keep your eyes downfield and focus on all of life's other issues that come your way.
To schedule your free consultation, visit their website at www.plainviewlegal.com. That is www.plainviewlegal.com. Give them a call at 405-310-0183 or email them at info@plainviewlegal.com. Please see the show notes of this episode for important disclaimer information. Anyways, enough about me. Okay, we have right in front of us a captain for the Sooners officially.
Oh man,
officially, bro. I didn't even. When we were talking about it last week, you was like, "Not yet." Knock on wood. This. I'm like, bro, they would be.
Yeah,
I don't even know what the other option would be.
No doubt.
No knock on.
But no doubt. But you want to just stay humble. That's my motto in life: staying humble. And when it comes, it comes, and I'm not gonna rush anything. So I just wanted to, play my role up until that point, and when it came, it was gonna, I was gonna embrace it. So that's what happened.
Well, you can be humble. I'm gonna be not humble for you. Okay? I'm gonna turn you up.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you right.
I like it.
But for real though, like how did it feel? Tell me about when they were actually picking the cap. Well, hold on. First off, I got a question. It said the Twitter post said team captains for this game. Does that mean like? Does that mean like? What does that mean?
Yeah. So I think they're gonna switch it up every game all the way up until November, and then we're gonna choose permanent. The team is gonna choose permanent captains. The captains that are up there now were probably gonna be captains anyways, like regardless of how we picked it. So now you still, we're still gonna be leading the team and everything like that. It's just he wants to celebrate the seniors. And so he wants to give seniors the opportunity to be on that platform and, just celebrate the seniors a little bit, reward them for being in the program a long time. And so that's what that is. When November comes, we're going to pick, the team's going to vote permanent captains. So that list, I believe, was voted on by the coaching staff.
Okay. All right.
Or
now,
BV himself. One of them two.
Let me clarify this up for the fans because I'm not confused. I get it. But what is the reasoning behind different captains for every game? So is it just for the seniors? So can only seniors be captains?
I think so.
November?
I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Did Venables explain this to you guys?
He did. That's what he said. He said he wanted to celebrate the seniors, different captains every week, all the way up until championship phase. And so that's okay. What it is.
Cool. No, I mean, I get that. That's smooth.
Yeah,
so
it's different.
Is there a specific leadership group that he goes to?
Yep. I mean, he's going to go to that group, those group of guys first, and then a leadership council, like how we had last year, a select group of guys, a lot of upperclassmen, a lot of seniors, a lot of guys that are leaders at their positions, really good players as well that maybe aren't seniors, and then younger players that will probably be leaders when they get older. We have a leadership council, and that's who he kind of talks to every week at the beginning of every week and puts agendas in front of us, and then we go off of that. We follow up his word and, kind of just push all the agenda that he puts out there.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Get everybody on the same page.
Right.
Can you tell us how many leaders are involved in this council, and who all do these people involve?
There is, I don't know the exact number, but it's probably around 20 or so guys.
Okay.
There's guys
like current leaders and like future leaders too. Okay. Okay. Yep. I like that.
Yeah. There's guys like, some of the captains that were up there, Key, Woody, Danny Stutzman, the young pup, Jaron, Kennick, just all types of, I think Kelvin Gillian is up there, KG.
Yeah.
There's a couple, like I said, there's a good mix between older guys and younger guys. So,
okay.
Yeah, trying to develop. Remember the last year, we were saying one thing that we wish we could have did better a little bit was develop more leaders and not just have like a set few. So we want to develop more leaders. So when, the main group of guys that have the voice to say stuff, it gets backed by everybody. And then when we separate into our little groups, it's still being backed. And those guys have the power to influence. And then young freshmen are holding young freshmen accountable. And, just so it can flow throughout the whole team.
I like that. I've actually been reading this book called Extreme Ownership, right? And it talks about different aspects of leadership and basically ownership as a whole. And one thing it talks about when you're creating a plan is to make sure that everybody knows the overall objective. And I think that making sure that the young guys are in those meetings, or at least a couple of them, gives a better sense of making sure that everybody understands what's going on. So I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, the cool thing is it's about half and half. It's not just only, majority upperclassmen. It's about half and half. So I think it's cool. It's a good little twist, both of them.
So how did you find out that you were the captain?
We were in a team meeting. Yeah.
Yes.
We were in a team meeting. We have team meetings every day before practice. He wants to get up there. He doesn't want to grow weary. He wants to address the team every single day to make sure our minds are right. He, he wants to be able to make sure that our motors are running before practice. So we have a team meeting. He gives us some things. He pours into us a little bit. We usually have a team video. So it's, something motivational or something, some knowledge that can be passed down or, just anything. And then he'll get up there and he'll speak about whatever he wants to speak about that day. And then towards the end, he accidentally messed up and clicked over to a slide that he wasn't supposed to click over to. And the first one was Dylan DG, and it said captain, and everybody was like, oh, and he's like, oh, yeah, I wasn't supposed to see that, but he's like, as y'all might have seen, we're gonna get to the captains now, and then he explained it, and then he announced all the captains, and it was a whole little deal. So it was pretty cool.
No, that's cool, bro. That's cool. What was the feeling like? Because this is special. When you're elected captain at Oklahoma, it's not like I don't even know how to describe it to you, because not only are you carrying the team, not only are you carrying Team 128, but you're carrying the weight of the program. You're carrying the weight of the past. You're carrying the weight of guys like Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and all the guys that were even there years before him. So at least that's what I felt like when I was captain. I know you'll get a sense of that as you get into it. But how do you think of being a captain for the Sooners? What does it mean to you?
I agree with everything you said. I think that, like you said, we're carrying the weight of the history of the program, and more so for me this year because of the circumstances and new coaching staff and everything. I am the usher to a new era. The foundation. I'm the forefather of what BV is trying to lay down right here. Like the blueprint that he's trying to lay down, the team that he's trying to have for years to come. So it's even more so special to me to be able to be that guy to kind of jumpstart that. Everything that we're doing right now is going to be up there on the wall. Like we have team commandments. All that stuff is going to be up there on the wall until he leaves, and we started that. So that's special. I could come back in 10 years and be like, oh yeah, like I started them. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my guys, we did that. Like oh sorry. But no, it's extra. It's special, man. So I wouldn't say there's a pressure, because I put so much pressure on myself so that I don't feel pressure from anywhere else. That's one thing I've learned is if you hold yourself to a high standard, then everywhere else, all the other opinions and stuff don't matter. Pressure won't break you. So, I wouldn't say I feel any pressure, but I do feel a sense of urgency to make sure that everything is laid down correct for my team, 128, and for the teams that come after me. So I'm excited. Stuff, I'm honored. And if the team votes me permanent captain in November, man, I'll be honored, and I can't wait to start, man. It's been a long time coming, and I'm seeing my dreams like come true before my eyes. So it's really cool.
Yeah. Well, let me reiterate and say that one, I'm proud, and obviously I knew you were going to be a captain, but it's different like once you actually become chosen. But I will say, I've already told you this before, but just make sure you are the captain. So make sure you captain with no regrets. If you feel something's going on, I've told you this before, call it up, get it right. Cause when it's over, it's over. I have a pit. I have a small hole in my stomach still, because I was the captain that let the Big 12 streak die. And I look back and I have a few regrets here and there, and I feel like there are definitely moments where I could have stepped up a little bit more, But it's hard to know that in the moment, and I don't necessarily hold that weight on my shoulders and on my head.
Right.
But I encourage you to encourage others and to live it the way you want. So, but congratulations again, and moving on, right? So up next.
Hey Jay.
Do
you know if it's a good time to buy a home?
No, actually I don't.
Well, I do. And not just because my parents are realtors, but it's actually the best time to buy a home.
Well, if you already knew the answer, then why did you ask?
Well, I figured because you have an MBA, so.
Bro, you don't even know what an MBA is.
Yeah, you're right. That's why I didn't go get one. But I do know right now in our market, the days that the homes are available for sale are increasing. That means that sellers are likely to agree to buyers' terms and are more willing to negotiate. Have a strong real estate team working for you is a must.
It definitely is. So start with your financing and get pre-qualified with the McDaniel Mortgage Group. You can call 214-435-1988 or simply fill out the home loan application at www.appwithmatt.com. Once you've done that, you can hire the best real estate team around, Webb Properties Group.
Phil and Thaleen Webb and their team will work with you, start to close, and help you find the perfect property to call home. Reach out to the Webb Properties at 405-322-5632. That's 405-322-5632. Or check them out at www.webpropertiesgroup.net. Okay, back to the show.
It's game week, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Bro, I got so much to talk about. One, the roster.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So let's look at the roster. Right. So I looked at it, and only two things really stood out. Everything else was pretty, as per where it should be. I know you don't play defense, but what is a cheetah? Is that like
Cheetah
plays
is
everything type of thing?
yeah.
I saw Deshaun was starting there.
Cheetah is basically Roy Williams. It's like it's Roy Williams. It's a player that does everything. Can cover, is in the box, blitzes, outside the box, a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Really good players are going to be there. It's like that is the best I can explain.
That guy that Clemson had them year, I think it was like number 5. He was playing safety.
Isaiah Simmons, basically.
Yeah.
Simmons.
So that's okay.
He's like that.
Okay, that makes sense. For our fans, for clarity reasons, Simmons, the guy that me and Brayden were referencing, this kid was playing every single position on the field. Like, he was playing safety, he was playing linebacker. He was more of an outside linebacker type, but he was pressing slots. He was doing everything. And I don't know where he is now in terms of NFL, but he was basically the MVP for Clemson's defense.
He was,
I remember. Okay, that answers that. Because I saw some questions, and I had an idea, but I didn't want to assume.
Right.
So, glad you clarified us up on that. Now, before I say what I'm about to say, I'm going to give you the right to plead the fifth. Because, like I said, I'm not a player anymore. So, I'm going to push these buttons a little bit.
Okay.
So, we have Marvin Mims returning punts instead of Eric Gray. We didn't want to have Marvin return punts last year for whatever reason, but I'm not going to talk about that. So, I see Eric's number 2 on there. I just had to throw that out there because of the Oklahoma State game. But anyways, and we see Billy returning kicks.
Right.
Billy like that, returning kicks?
I ain't gonna lie, we have a great group of kick returners in there, from Billy to I think Jalil was on there to who's the second one? Whoever the second one was, but we got a great group of returners back there. But yeah, not gonna point any fingers, but in the past we haven't, wanted to return that many kicks, punts, and stuff like that, and that is completely opposite from what Coach Venables wants to do. BV wants to return them. He wants to be aggressive. Get us good field position. So yeah, we're gonna try to return that thing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Because Beamer left, and I ain't gonna lie, Beamer left, and we just didn't we just kept everything
checking the box.
I think Riley was like, "Oh, we just want the ball back. We're gonna run this offense down the field, huh?"
Yep.
No, that's all right. So cool. So special teams, everything else is where it should be. Well, I'm not gonna say should, but earned and as predicted. Let's see. What's another thing I want to talk about? Oh, bro. Things I do now as a fan. I just had to tell you about this, right? So, things I do now as a fan that I didn't do as a player, right? So it's game 1. So yesterday, I have this little book, right? So where I take notes of my life, and it's like a journal / to-do list.
I have one like that too. Yeah.
So Bro, yesterday, for the first time ever in my 6 years being a Sooner, I wrote down the schedule. Like, I don't know if that's something you do, but when I was playing this past year and the years before, I didn't know who we played until like the week of.
Don't matter.
You know,
Yeah.
I knew the first game and I knew Texas. Everything after that was just like, all right, who we got this week?
Yep.
And for the first time, I wrote down the whole schedule. I'm like, okay, you got Texas this week, you got Kansas this week, you got K-State this week. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. But I did that as a fan in the times of the games. Like sometimes I wouldn't know.
My mom always gets on me for that. My mom will be on Twitter after this airs and attest to this, that people will ask me, they'd be like, yeah, what time is y'all's game this week? I don't know. I'm not even worried about that. I'm worried on the opponent. I'm worried about my job. I'm worried about everything else but when time we play, because I don't care what time we play. It could be 1 in the morning. It could be in the middle of the day. It could be at night. I'm going to be ready to play regardless, so I don't be worried about that. But
I was telling my mom the same thing, and she was like, boy, how do you function? I was like, Ma, like, I just look at teamwork and show up where
you need to be. I'm focused on the stuff that matters. The thing is, it's even more so to this point with me, like now with this new coaching staff, because every week is, BV says, a nameless, faceless opponent. We're not playing down or up to anybody. We are playing to Oklahoma standard. You know what I'm saying? We can't let Oklahoma be Oklahoma, and that's just it. If we play our best every game, we should win every game. So,
yeah, that is true. Speaking of this week, how's practice been? I know it's what's today? Tuesday. We're recording on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all had Mental Monday? I saw he called it.
Oh, you turning it in? Yeah. So we got names. We got names for the days. You know, Coach emphasizes a process. You have to have a process to know where you're going. So, you know, Mondays are Mental Monday. Tuesdays are Tanoga Tuesdays. Wednesdays are Workman Wednesdays. Thursdays are Team Thursdays. Fridays are Focus Fridays. And Saturdays are Successful Saturdays.
You said Tuesdays are what?
Tanoga Tuesdays. Takeaways, no giveaways.
Oh, Tanoga.
Tanoga. Takeaways and no giveaways. T-O-N-G-O, I think. Hey.
I feel like Venables.
Yeah,
well, he is a dad, but I feel like him as a father would be like so corny. Like he comes up with all the funny sayings, and you're just like, yeah, Dad, okay.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Yep. So that's how the week is. So we had Mental Monday yesterday, Tanoga Tuesday today, Working Man Wednesday tomorrow. So you know, the Tuesdays and Wednesdays are the same. Mondays are kind of the same as well. But you know, Tuesday, Wednesdays are our hard days, our working days, and Mondays are what it says, Mental Mondays. We're getting the game plan in. You know, we're trying to find out, you know, what we like, what we want to attack, and then, you know, how we're going to, you know, do that. And Mondays are long days, man. Mondays are long days, I think. Yeah, man. Yesterday I was up there.
Practices are long, or like
just meetings and days. We practice at like 6 at night. Or 6 in the evening. Yeah, I got there yesterday at 2:30. And granted that I get there like an hour early, hour 15 minutes early. So, you know, but I got to prepare. I got to tape. I got to get in the hot tub, you know, eat lunch, all that other stuff. So got there at 2:30 yesterday. I don't think I got home to 8:30. So, you know, 8:39. So long days on Monday. But, you know, trying to get everything in, man. Coach is so detail oriented, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's in there. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday of the game week, you know, and he's in there. You know how we used to have mental tests? He's in there going off the script, asking us questions like mental tests, like in the team meeting, like, what do they like to do on 3rd and 4th? Da 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 da. And I'm like, yo, like this is crazy. Like it's Tuesday.
Hey, I will say that does sound very tedious, but what I will say, it goes back to what I said about making sure everybody's on the same page. Because now, not only can defensive players hold or position players hold position players accountable, but like the entire team can hold each other accountable. Like it's one thing to say like, okay, Brayden, on this specific play, you know you're supposed to run a 10-yard in,
right?
But everybody knows you're supposed to run a 10-yard in. You're gonna make sure you know that one because like, oh, okay, like coach said this in a team meeting. Like everybody knows this. I'm gonna make sure I can't mess it up.
No doubt.
So, that makes sense.
Yep.
But yeah, I watched that video of coach coming out to practice, and I was like, okay, mental Mondays, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like it. Oh, another thing about that video, bro. Another thing. He is always ready. Do you know what video I'm referencing?
Are you talking about the one on Instagram, or are you talking about the like all access one on ESPN?
Yeah, the one on Twitter. He came into practice.
Yeah.
He said, "Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need you to start watching these videos before we do the podcast, because like that's my only source of content now." You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I gotta make sure that
I know what you're talking about, though. I saw it. I did see it.
I'm no longer there to see the day-to-day operations, so this is about as inside as I can get. But anyways, yes, he came in. One thing I will say about Venables. I got a couple things to say. He's always ready for the camera. Like his smile is always bright. He's always enthusiastic. He always has a nice little one-liner to close things out. Something that sticks in your mind, like Mental Monday, something simple like that. Mm-hmm. I like him. You know what I like about him? I like his smile, bro. I don't want this to sound weird or anything, but Venables has a very nice smile. Like it's very like I could listen to you talk for another half an hour. Go ahead. Just keep smiling.
Hey now. For the fans, the reason I say that is because this man can talk.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, after practices, the reason why I was late today to the podcast. Now, mind you, we're supposed to. It's about 8:30 right now. We were supposed to start at 7:00. I told the guys, I was like, 7:00 should be. We're supposed to get out of practice before 6:30.
Let the fans know.
I'm like, 6:30. That's 30 minutes to make it home. Oh yeah, that's cool. Like I'm good. We got out. We got out of practice. He talked for like 45 minutes. I didn't get inside until about like 7:05.
What?
So
he talked for 45.
Yes, and we were on knees, and that's honestly not even like the longest time he's talked. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but he talked for a long time. Like,
no, you're not, because like you said, let the record show, ladies and gentlemen, that Brayden did say we were going to start at 7, and we didn't start till about 8:45. So
definitely about 20 minutes, at least 20-25 minutes talk for sure.
Yeah.
So
I'll be sure to know anytime you say from now on might be pushed back hours.
Hey man, it's not me.
Practice ends at 7. Takes me about 30 minutes to get home. 7:45. All right, we're starting at 9. Bet.
Man, but yeah, he does always. The one thing I love about him is he shows up to work with an appreciation and a gratitude every day. He's happy to be there. He's happy to be the head coach. He's ready to get to work. And that man is always on 10. Always. He brings it every single day. There's no choice for you to not bring it when he's your head coach. You got to bring it every day because he's on 10. He comes in there, he's on 10 already. So it's, you got to bring it. And I love that because, like, there's no, like dips or, like slack. I mean, every team has moments where they start slow or stuff like that, but it's really hard, and because he said he's not going to grow weary at all. He's going to say the same all year long, every day, so that he can continually to push us. Because he knows that it's human nature to, every day trying to do something every day is hard. Trying to be on 10 every day is hard. But if he can do it and he can bring people up, it's just going to help the team at the end of the day.
No, that's good stuff. I actually, I've been reading my Bible a whole lot more here lately. And today, I was reading Romans, and Scripture says to serve enthusiastically. Mm-hmm. And I know I know Venables is a man of faith, a man of Christ, and as you said, he does that extremely well. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I've met anyone that has a tank like him. Like, you can get at least 1,000 miles out of him. Like, he's on eco mode and going hard the whole time. Like, he's a V8 engine that gets thousands of miles. Just doesn't stop.
Doesn't stop.
So
I am very impressed.
He does a good job of that, and naturally, I'm assuming that's rubbing off on you guys. So,
no doubt.
That's good stuff. Talking about week one a little bit more, are there any struggles you think that you face going into week one of a season, or are there any things that stick out compared to the rest of the season for you personally?
And you know this, but a little for the fans. Week one is always different because luckily they play week 0, but week one you have no film. So you're going off of a lot of last year's film. Like I said, luckily they played week 0, so they played UNT, which is actually a conference game for them. So we get to see a little bit of what they're doing this year, who's playing, who's not playing. So, that's good, but the struggle is always, like, what are they doing this year? There's limited film. There's not games upon games you can watch. They may, have a bunch of stuff in their system. They may vary some stuff, but we only are going off of, last year's film in week 1 or week 0. Sorry. Yeah. But that's probably the biggest challenge that we face is the limited film. But, the stuff that we do have, the last year's stuff, and obviously this first game, their first game, we've been keying on, they emphasize doing your work early, getting the extra work in, being in the facility, watching film, doing everything that championship teams do. They say you have to act like a champion before you become a champion. So, we're getting on it. And like I said, very detail-oriented. Like, he's making sure everybody's very detail-oriented. Like, not even to your job and assignment. Like, what do they do? What do they like to do? What are you expecting on this? Their pressures. What do they like? What fronts do they like? Like, are they, what I'm saying, they're 4 under or what? It's just like very, very detailed. Like, are they, do they like to play 1? Do they like to play 2?
Do you think that it's too much, or do you think that it's a good amount, or what are your opinions on the information? Is there a balance between knowing what certain tendencies are and just being able to go out there and play fast and do you, or what is the balance like? Do you feel good about where you guys are at?
I think so. It's early in the week and guys are really keyed on. I mean, obviously, last week before school started, we had last week, the first week of school, we had ample time to get ready for them as well. So, guys already know this stuff. Guys already have been keyed on, been watching film, all that stuff. I don't think it's too much information, but I do think that it's enough information where guys are going to be able to recognize stuff and play fast and, like, just kind of sniff stuff out, certain plays we're going to be able to key, certain things that we know their defense is going to do, before they do it. So it's just, being able to have a comfortability level to just basically go play fast at that point.
Yeah. Well, I can tell that Venables is definitely a defensive-oriented coach, because when you talk about the team meetings, you talk about defense a whole lot more than you talk about offense.
Definitely. He tries to separate it. I mean, not separate it, but even it out and talk about both. But he naturally goes to defense and goes to talk about, what are we doing on, what are they doing, what did that, So and that's just kind of
4 years of Lincoln Riley, and I've never heard you say 4-3 under and outside pressure. I'm like, what is Brayden talking about?
Oh yeah. Oh, we gotta get to the speed. Yeah, it's crazy.
No, I mean that's cool though. It's nice it's cool that you get a different perspective.
Yeah, makes you a smarter football player, I think.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. When you know what the defense is looking at, well, specifically our defense, helps you as an offensive guy. So that makes sense. Are you nervous at all?
For the game?
Yeah.
Oh, nah. No, sir. No. All right, man.
What do you think about it being your first game? Have you thought about it?
I haven't, actually. I haven't thought about it. I'm enjoying the moment, and I'm so overly eager. Overly eager to go prove myself. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even like a thought in my mind. I'm just ready to get out there and go prove myself and not even prove myself to the public or fans or even our coaches. Go prove myself to myself. You know, I'm ready to show myself I'm ready to show that I am who I say I am, basically. You know what I'm saying? I knew where I was going to be. I know who I am. And I'm just ready to get out there. So I'm not nervous at all, man. I feel like I'm very prepared physically. I feel like I am prepared mentally, but we're going to continue to get prepared mentally. And I'm not nervous at all, man. But obviously it is my first game. Yeah, there you go. First game. And
you got a COVID year?
This is my COVID year.
Oh, this is your COVID year.
Yeah. Oh. This is the only reason I'm back. I didn't redshirt.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
Yeah, this is the only reason I'm back. If there was no COVID, there would be no fifth-year captain, be Will.
Joe John's had a easy. I'm not gonna say easy, but he's had a pretty smooth transition.
He has. He's had older guys that know what they're doing, and he's going to be put to the test a little bit next year. I got some young guys in the room, but it's going to be a lot easier knowing that they have a year under their belt learning from older guys. Learning behind DP and I. So he has had a really smooth transition.
Yeah, no, he's had Austin Stogner. He's played. I've played. You've played, right, and you're there again.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he's chilling, but he's definitely had it easier than some other first-year coaches. I will say.
No doubt.
I need to call him. I haven't talked to Joe John.
Oh yeah, I thought y'all had just talked recently.
I mean, he texted me. We did talk. We texted, but
Got you.
But. What was I about to say next? Oh yeah, bro. I had to start taking this gear off. I forgot how hot you can get in these jerseys.
Oh yeah. So we had a game walkthrough. Not a game walkthrough, a game day process walkthrough. So we went the whole game day. From the hotel to meeting, the whole game day. We went to the hotel just to see where stuff is, all that stuff. I mean, older guys know, but young guys don't know. Left the hotel after being there for a couple minutes, came back, did how we were going to do Walk of Champions, went over some stuff, went through pregame routine, everything. A real-life game day walkthrough, if that makes sense. And then played first half of a game. But I say all that to say, we had spider pads on. We put them jerseys on over them, and it was so hard to put that jersey on with the spider pads. When you have regular pads on the game jerseys, it kind of separates them a little bit. With spider pads don't do that, so you're I'm trying to get that thing in. It was horrible. I was like, oh no, dog, you can't do this no more.
Boy, you're funny. Well, I would definitely be watching. My dad asked me if I wanted to go to a local football game on Saturday, and without thinking, I said yeah because I didn't have anything planned. I got home later on. I was like,
"Wait a minute,
the Sooners playing Saturday?" Matter of fact, I probably won't even. Do you know what time the game is? I didn't write it down.
It's 2:30.
2:30. Okay, so you know this one.
I know this one.
Right. Yeah.
I do know this one.
Brayden, real quick before we leave, there is something that I just had to throw out here because, I told you during the intro that I'm back home with my mom, and not only am I back home with my mom, but I'm learning how to live back home. Nah, bro, because I'm not doing well. First off, let me tell you what I do during the day, right? So I do a lot of reading. I do probably at least about an hour 15 worth of reading. So that's like the Bible, my audible books, and all that type of stuff. And then the rest of my time is focused on like trading. So doing my research on that. In the meantime, then I go work out, and then for the most part, I'm just chilling with the dogs, right? So I've learned my mom does not like dishes in the sink when she comes home. So that's living with mom 2.0. The dogs must be fed and watered. There must be no trash, no full trash bins. And yes, stuff must be clean. So I'm back being told what to do for only the meantime.
There you go.
Regardless of whether I get picked up or not, I can't stay here for long. It ain't going to work. I'm about to throw hands when my mom is over here on and popping. I love it very much. I'm very grateful, actually, as a matter of fact. So
I understand exactly where you're coming from now.
Yeah.
I do understand that.
I think even my dogs are a little confused. They're like, hey, you're only home for like a week, if that.
Right.
It's already been 2. So, good news. I told you this, but I didn't say this on the pod. I'm supposed to be working out with the Browns probably next week or sometime soon. We'll see how that goes. Nothing's ever guaranteed, so they could be like, we want you to come work out, and then they could be like, never mind, we're good. So, who knows? But regardless, I'm good. I'm feeling good. I'm glad to see you're feeling good. I'm glad to see you're ready for game week. Sooner Nation, wrapping this thing up, just as a reminder, starting next week, we will have 2 episodes running per week. They'll be about 30, 40 minutes long, just to give you guys a little bit more insight, just to, give you a little Monday preview, a little Thursday preview, switch it up this week. And looking forward to throughout this season, there's going to be different ways we mix it up this year. I can't even look. All right, I'm not even going to spill the beans. But what I can tell you is that we're introducing a new segment. All right, it's going to be called Problems on the Prairie, starting next week. All right, so this is how it's going to work. You guys are going to send any problems you may be having to us. Just like y'all did the questions, this can be about relationships, finances, school, career, etc. And we'll give you our take on your situation, offer you advice on how we'll handle it, and we'll keep you anonymous as always. With the questions, well, I can't even say as always, because with the questions we did, we for sure.
We will keep you anonymous though.
Out there. So for Problems on the Prairie, we're going to keep your names anonymous. Like I said, we won't expose you. We want to start this, like I said, next week. So please email us your problems at podontheprairie@gmail.com. The email will be in the notes as well. So on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, it'll be down below. That is podontheprairie@gmail.com, or shoot us a DM or whatever works. We'll get to you. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not in control of the actual website. But anyways, thank you, Sooner Nation. Like I said at the beginning, I appreciate the positive messages. I'm good. Brayden's good. Brayden's healthy. Number 9, captain. Congratulations. I can't wait for this weekend. You got anything left for the people?
See y'all this weekend. See y'all Saturday, man. Oh, wear y'all's podcast shirts. So, yeah. Also, I do want to say, and Alex, write this down. I want to do podcast hats for merchandise. My mom said it, and I was like, "That's genius." Instead of people wearing shirts, sometimes people want to wear their jerseys and stuff to the games. You could wear a podcast hat. That is great. I thought that was a great idea. So, bro, podcast hat.
One day, I'm thinking we got to get like a dry fit shirt. We got to get like a hat, like
a lot of merchandise, socks, maybe.
Yeah. We got to run it up while we can.
No doubt.
Anyway, Sooner Nation, we love you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Deuces.